We have a rigorous academic program here at Serra High School. And I know the term rigor means different things to different people, so sometimes it helps to define what rigor means at Serra so that we understand what your sons are looking at. The first thing we do is we're going to challenge your son to move one step beyond his current level, supporting him along the way, but to challenge him to move beyond that step where he's currently living. We're not going to challenge him to move 17 steps at a time. That kind of challenge is not going to benefit him. But we are going to push him beyond his boundaries to get him to move beyond where he thought that he could go. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to provide him with the tools that he needs to make this move, the critical and the higher order thinking and reasoning skills that he needs. He'll come out of Serra understanding deductive and inductive reasoning, knowing how to gather evidence, to assess that evidence, to try to ask the question, is there another way to look at it? Are there multiple perspectives here? And then in the face of new evidence, changing his mind, becoming that much better of a stronger critical thinker and reader. The final thing we do in our rigorous academic program is release the learning responsibility to your son so that he can work towards that academic independent success that carries through college, career, and life. How do we do that? Think about it in terms of this phrase, I, we, you. The teacher will start by modeling for the students. This is what the thinking looks like. This is how we're going to read this. This is how we piece these components together. Here are samples that we can study together. We move to the we section and we're going to start working in pairs or in groups so that we can practice together, right? It's the practice that's going to improve that critical thinking, that's going to allow your sons to move that one step higher. Low stakes assessments that allow them to internalize those skills. And then finally, we release the learning responsibility for the major assessments, and your son is completing those larger tasks on his own in the full rigor of our curriculum. Now, another way to look at this is to think about, well, what does rigor mean directly for my son? By the time he graduates, it's going to mean three things. It's going to mean that he's a problem solver. It's going to mean that he can make complex decisions on his own. And it's going to mean that he can analyze alternative perspectives. First, he's a problem solver. And I don't just mean in the context of math, right? We're solving problems in math. I also mean in English, in history, in theology. Where you take the critical thinking that you've been learning in all your departments, you apply it to your own life, or you apply it to issues that are going on in the classroom, or at work, or on the field, or on the stage. Secondly, we're making those critical decisions. Think about it in terms of, let's say, the decision your son's going to make by the time he's junior or senior, and he's thinking about the colleges that he wants to go to. He's working with his counselor to come up with those best fit colleges. He's developing the criteria that serve him best so he can find the schools that work for him. And then in the end, he's making that critical decision. This is where I want to go. This is what works best for me. And then finally, and perhaps even most importantly, is the idea of looking at alternate perspectives. In the English department, we talk a lot about the question, is there another way to look at this? Right? Even beyond my own thinking. And if you can do that, you're developing those critical thinking skills, the ability to look at the new evidence that might be different from anything that you've experienced before, and then internalize those thoughts and ideas to help you make better decisions. By the end, I think that's really why our program is so rigorous. All those components working together across all departments to ensure that your sons find success, not only here at Serra, but in college and career and in life.